Hi, Becca C. Smith here, and today we are talking about all things Dream Diaries 2. I'm going to be giving a cover reveal, a title reveal, and who this book is dedicated to. And I'm so happy to be filming in Canada because this is where I finished the first draft. The first book, The Dream Diaries, is actually near and dear to my heart. One, because it was my very first NaNoWriMo, and it was actually the only NaNoWriMo where I completed an entire draft of a book. And two, because I actually gave Mara, the main character, my own history and background. And even the dreams in the book are from my dream journal. The series is about a teenage girl named Mara, and she has psychic dreams where she dreams of murderers. And she feels compelled when she wakes up to help solve these murders. So this will be an entire series of basically each new book is a new mystery, a new murder to solve. Without further ado, let's reveal the cover and the title. Yay! Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with this cover. The Dream Diaries, Blood Ties. My husband designed this one. He also designed the original one. Whoa, birds. They want to be in the video too. One cool little thing is that what's actually depicted in the covers is a scene from one of Mara's psychic dreams. So they give a little bit of a hint as to what's to come. And now for the dedication. And all three of them are author tubers. The first one is the amazing Heather Mattern, and the reason why I'm dedicating the book to her is because she was the first author tuber that ever reached out to me personally, and she was actually the first author tuber who read the book. And when she wrote to me, she talked about how much she connected with it and how much she loved it. And I remember thinking, because I didn't do any advertising for Dream Diaries at the time, I think because I made Mara's history my history, I felt really vulnerable, like I was giving, even though it's fiction, like it felt like it was a memoir or something. And so to have Heather reach out to me and tell me that she loved the book, it meant so much to me. And it was because of her that I decided to advertise. I hadn't advertised the book at all, like nothing. I hadn't talked about it, I just released it and just was like, okay, there it is, it's done. So because of her, I actually started advertising, and to this date, Dream Diaries has had over 10,000 downloads. Thank you, Heather, for really making me realize that I had a story that I really wanted to share. I was just too scared to share it. And the second person I'm dedicating this book to is Heidi Epp from Listen, I Have an Idea. And the reason why I showed you the CN Tower is because we were on top of the CN Tower with Kate Kavanaugh, and she reminded me that I had written 50K of the sequel for Nano that year. I had forgotten. Like sometimes with Nano, I write my 50K and then I just don't even think about the book. And so she talked about how much she really wanted the sequel because she loved the first book so much. So it's because of Heidi that I went back home that night, looked at my file and realized I only had 5 chapters left. 5. So I sat down and I finished the first draft. So because of Heidi and our conversation up in the CN Tower, I ended up finishing the first draft of Blood Ties. So thank you, Heidi. And lastly, I dedicate this book to Emily Bourne. And when I say that this book would not be published without her, I am not kidding. Emily, I can't thank her enough because I wrote the book, I wrote the rough draft, I waited 6 months, I read it again, and there was just something, I couldn't pinpoint it, I couldn't figure out what it was, but there was just something I didn't like. And I was like, you know what, forget it, I'm just not, Dream Diaries is just gonna be a one-off, I'm not gonna do a sequel. And she had just finished reading the first book, and she was like, I want a sequel, I love this book. send me the sequel. Just let me see, you know, another set of eyes. So I sent her the book and she loved it. And I was like, what? How? And there was something for her too. And we brainstormed and she nailed it. She picked out exactly what was bugging me about it. Oh my God, I fixed it. And then I read it and I was like, oh my God, I actually like this book. And then of course I edited it a lot more. And now I'm really proud of it. I'm really excited for you guys to read it. And so whether you like it or hate it, you can totally blame Emily. I'm just kidding, don't blame Emily. So again, thank you so much, Heather Mattern, Heidi Epp, and Emily Bourne. So that is it for me today. Blood Ties is now available for pre-order. It comes out July 15th. It's like a month away. It's crazy. If you've read the first book, I put the link to the pre-order down below. I also put the link to the first book if it sounds like something that you would want to read. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.